Hi folks, I'm Judd. I'm a professional astrologer with over 35 years consultative experience to my name. These are my astrological forecasts for the year 2015 for each sign of the zodiac. Enjoy. And this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Sagittarius for the whole of 2015. Well folks, for a number of years, a few of you have been talking to me and phoning me and emailing me and saying, well, when's it going to happen? When's Sagittarius going to become active again? I mean, since 2008, when Pluto left your sign, it's been relatively quiet, hasn't it? Well, Saturn's in town. It's going to be one of those years which is going to become very, very real. You're going to have to embrace Saturnine concepts such as structure, order, boundary and self-discipline. I can feel you cringing from here when I say all this. Nevertheless, within a year or two you will all be dealing with these words just like water off a duck's back. You'll even be managing words like responsibility and commitment with relative comfort and ease, because this is what Saturn's going to do. He's going to force you or help you, and whether it's willing or kicking and screaming is up to you, but there's going to be a greater degree of structure, order, boundary and discipline coming into your lives. Now in the first part of this year, Saturn is only going to be affecting those people born around the 21st, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th of November. Maybe the 25th. This is going to stay like this through to September, October time. At the end of the year, Saturn's going to blitz through the first decade of Sagittarius, and it's going to bring a short, sharp shock into the lives of those Sagittarians born 26, 7, 8, 9, perhaps 30 November, in a way that's going to be very examining, testing and selective perhaps. But it is those Sagittarians born before November the 25th who are having perhaps the biggest of challenges over the coming year, maybe November the 26th. And here the answer is clear. Cut your losses, streamline, weed, prune, focus on your priorities. Let go of those things that aren't working so you can put your energy and time into those things that are. Neptune's still in town as well. Neptune's working from Pisces, and yeah, he's still affecting those of you born around the 27th of November, 28th of November. But the more you get into February and March, the more this is going to switch into those born at the very, very end of November, 29th, 30th of November, perhaps even the 1st of December, people. You're going to find that the more you get into the year, there is going to be a background energy of weariness, tiredness, perhaps even fatigue. And certainly the more you get into late November, early December 2015, I'm going to be saying to you, take a week off and go on holiday if you're one of these people born at the very end of November, very start of December. The more all of you get into the end of the year, the more you're going to find yourself becoming almost ruthless in your need to make yes, no, black, white decisions. Yet this is not going to be psychologically disempowering or challenging. There's no self-sabotage, there's no enemy action here. A few of you, as I say, those of you born at the very end of November, may find yourselves under a degree of shadow or cloud, bit of confusion. But hey, this is the minority. And again, Saturn passing on those of you born at the start of your sign, yes, he's making you work hard, but only those of you really born within the last 30 years are going to be experiencing this in a really challenging way. Those of you who are older than 30 will be seeing this in a much more solid, stable, structured and hard-working way. Uranus is lovely. Uranus is going to be bringing some gorgeous energy into the lives of those of you born around the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th of December. The more you get into April, May, June, the more these people are going to find words like opportunity, stimulus, growth, new beginnings, new starts, innovation becoming more the norm, especially during May, June time. Extremely fertile and positive time. And here I suppose I am specifically looking at those people born around December 8 through to December 11. May, June, got to be one of the most fortunate groups and fortunate times of the year. Pluto's not touching you, as I say. Jupiter's going to be in town. Jupiter's working well from the end of Leo. For most of you, those of you born, say, December 5, 6 onwards, you should find that the second quarter of next year, April through to July, does bring the opportunity for financial growth and development. Whereas those of you born at the start of Sagittarius may find that Jupiter's movements over mid-August to mid-October bring financial challenge, overreaching, overstretching. So if you're born before December 4, 5, then don't splash the cash over mid-August to mid-October. You might be overreaching yourself if you do. The second 4 or 5 months of the year is absolutely manic. There's a selection of full moons, not new moons, but full moons in the second half of the year that are going to have significant impact upon you all. I'm particularly looking at the full moon at the end of August, which is going to bring some of the choices you're going to have to make in the future from that time into stark relief. I'm particularly looking at the full moon on the 25th of November, full moon in Gemini with the Sun in Sagittarius. The Sun will be conjunct Saturn and square Neptune. So again, there will be some pretty stark choices being made at this time. The challenge here is to keep everything in perspective and ask yourself, what is real? What and who has substance and value? It's all very well there being lots of nice options and promises and potentials and dreams, but who and what is real? Who is there now solid? What is real for you? What are your priorities? What is it that you really consider to be of value and worth in your life? A blend of Saturn and Neptune is forcing you to examine this in a way that is going to lead to changes, particularly in the last 3 months of this coming year. Don't be scared to make hard choices. You're not really going to go wrong. Trust your gut. As far as the year 2015 goes, Sagittarius, the single best advice I can give to you over the whole of the year is at all times, keep one foot solidly on the ground. There you go, folks. I hope that was helpful and informative. I believe astrology should be free. I think that if astrology was taught in schools, we'd see an end to warfare within 2 generations. And in that context, I want to put as much astrology free into the world as I can. But it does cost. Your donations, month in, month out, the £1, the £5, the £10 a month that you send me, really help me keep this going. Thank you. Keep them coming. And look what I've got. And there's a new one on Mercury coming out later this year. So if you want to get these or find out about all my gigs travelling around the world this coming year lecturing on astrology, email me, steve@stevejudd.com. See you next year. Bye.